What's happening, guys? Kevin here from SportsBoxBreaks.com, coming at you live on a Friday afternoon. It is 1 p.m. here in Vegas, 4 p.m. East Coast time, December 29th, 2023. Coming at you live today to get the last of our Heritage High number broken. This is going to be 2023 Topps Heritage High number break number 4. This one's sold out. Didn't have time to get it broken in last night's session, so that's why I'm doing an afternoon session today to get it broken. Who has who in the break? Diamondbacks going to Dwayne J. We got the Braves for Jared P. Orioles going to Michael F. The Red Sox for Dwayne J. The Cubbies going to Salvador B. White Sox for James D. The Reds going to Dan B. The Guardians for Sean K. We got the Rockies, Travis S. The Tigers, Jason W. Houston Astros going to Matt F. KC Royals, Robert T. Angels for Jared P. Dodgers going to Chad B. We got the Marlins for Daniel Y. Milwaukee Brewers, Christopher J. The Twins going to Robert T. The Mets going to James D. Yankees for Jared P. Oakland A's, Robert T. Philadelphia Phils going to Robert T. Pirates going to Jason W. Padres, James D. San Francisco Giants, Tommy K. Seattle Mariners going to Daniel Y. We got the Cardinals going to James D. We got the Rays for Jason W. Texas Rangers going to Dwayne J. The Blue Jays going to Austin L. And the Washington Nationals going to Jason W. Question for you, Austin. Are you related to Dennis? Because we used to have a Dennis L. with the same last name as yours from the, I think the same area, Chicago area, that used to break with us pretty regularly. I'm assuming you must be. But guys, anybody that's new breakers coming our way, which we had quite a few recently with this big promo we ran, welcome guys. We appreciate having you. We've been doing this for just shy of 10 years. All cards ship with every one of our breaks. That includes the Heritage, which is a lot of cards. So just bear with us a little bit because it takes a lot of sorting time to get all those cards going. Whole lot of cards in this stuff. All right, there's the top seal. Here's the bottom. Let's open it from the bottom. This case is a massive case. Barely fits into the camera's view. There's that. And there is that. And there they are, guys. That is a very strange arrangement. Look at this. This is the way they're coming out of there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like there's no rhyme or reason as to how they are, along with some tissue paper to take up all the extra slack. Fun times. Quality control is not what it used to be. All right, let's do that, and then let's do that. Make them nice and even, 6 and 6. Bumping the camera. Don't mind me. All right, here we go, guys. Good luck. Box topper inside of each one of the boxes that's fully out in the open and revealed. You don't have to unopen or open it up from a pack. A couple different styles of the box toppers. Puzzles, oversized card, the scalloped edge stuff. This one right here, little Josh Young for the Rangers. Texas Rangers going to Dwayne J. Right off the rip. Dwayne, your name was called out a bunch last night. Continuing the good fortune right here. Matt, what's happening, buddy? Matt F. in the house. What is going on? Thanks for coming on out, guys. Anybody that's hanging out, this was kind of an unscheduled session just to get this last one broken, and hopefully the Chrome update where I'm fat fingering the screen up here. We're down to 1 in that one. Only 60 cards in total. That break takes something like 10 minutes. So feeling pretty good that we can get that last team sold out and do the Chrome update in addition to this one. Jason's got, I think, one of those Series 1, Series 2 mixers fully sold out. He's looking to do it. I don't know. He might even do it locally at his location and push the video over to YouTube. I'm not sure how he's going to do it, but he was talking about trying to do it within the next day or so, just to get everything shipped out in the same shipping batch. Ooh, smoking some ribs. You gotta love when your fiance from the next room over is sending you messages in YouTube chat to let you know she's coming into your office room. This is the world we live in. And she has entered the building. Let's see how our ratio of autos versus relic cards is for this round. Pretty decent to start with last night, and then it tapered off and we kind of just averaged normal. We were going 1 for 1. We were going like 1 relic, 1 auto, 1 relic, 1 auto. I thought we might have had 6 autos by the time it was all said and done, but I think we ended with 4, which is like, you know, a little bit above average. Sometimes you only get 3. All right, here we go. First box. Let me get the camera focus working a little better. The new guys will be like, what am I looking at here? It looks like I'm underwater. That's pretty crisp. We could adjust again if needed. All right, here we go, guys. And again, all cards will ship to you. Hits are autos, relics, cards low numbered. The box toppers are considered a hit, stuff like that. Matt, let's see if this case is a backward or forward case, meaning the autos are front-facing like Jason's 2 cases, or if it's going to follow suit like the one from last night, where they all seem to be facing backwards, which is the standard, the normal. All right, here comes one, and it is not a variation. It is the old home run special. I pulled at least like 15 of these last night. A lot of these guys in there. At least 1 per box, if not 2 sometimes or more. That is the Yankees card, Maris and Judge. I haven't seen any with any colored borders or any numbering on them yet, but maybe they do exist. Matt, you were asking last night about which poker rooms I play in out here in Vegas. Do you play poker? I'm assuming you might if you were asking about the specific rooms and stuff. And here comes something. It's the home run special. Jason pulled 1 black for the home run specials. Here's a second one. Is it black? It is not. It's the standard. You do play? So you're in Texas, and Texas, you know, from what I've seen, has a really thriving poker scene going on out there these days with all the poker rooms. A lot of them are being pretty proactive and doing live streams and stuff too, which is pretty cool to see. Bringing on a whole new wave of interest into poker with the live streams on YouTube and all that. A few friends joining on Saturday. Very cool, very cool. I've never, I think I've been through Texas. I've never spent any time in Texas, although part of me wants to go there and just spend a week going to different poker rooms and playing. I'm not sure which, is it the Houston area? I think the Houston area. I've actually researched it a tiny bit. I think the Houston area by like density has maybe some of the most poker rooms and some of the best poker rooms, but it could be the Dallas area too. I know Austin has, like, Doug Polk and those guys have the one room there. Here's one of our chromes, little Shane McClanahan for the Rays. That is to $9.99. Still looking for our hit. It's hiding deep here. There's places I think is in Round Rock, Texas, which I think is in the general vicinity of the Austin area, right? All right, here it is, guys. It is a relic in box number 1. Detroit Tigers going to Jason W. Jason's getting the first one. Clubhouse Collection relic of Riley Green. Going off to the Tigers. Congrats to Jason. A few in Austin, but yeah, they're mostly in Houston. I thought I did see that. I was thinking, like, if I ever did make that trip, where would I anchor that has like the most density for them? And last little bit here for box 1. And that's going to do it. Box number 1 in the books. Guys, let's get that last spot in the Chrome Update Breakers Delight sold out. Let's knock that guy out directly after this one. Feeling like we could definitely make that happen. All right, let's go to box number 2, which is sitting right here. Just move the camera a tad bit to show you guys where I'm pulling from. And our topper on this one is a 1974 card of Ray Corbin. So Twins with the 74 card right there. And again, the Twins, and this one's going to Robert T. Robert T. Yeah, the one in Round Rock. Yeah, the Lodge, right? The Lodge is their poker room. I think it's one of the biggest poker rooms in the country now, from what I've seen, which is pretty impressive. I mean, that might be, just with the action and the tournaments and everything else they got going on there all the time, that might be the one of the best ones to just anchor into. The Lodge Mahal. There's a tournament series. I haven't played. I used to be all about tournaments, and then I just don't have the patience for them the older I get. I'm like, I can't do these 14-hour days that these tournaments require, especially if it's a multi-day tournament to bag up and then come back for round 2 the next day, or even, round 3 on a third day. If it's a really big tournament, you're talking like 14-hour day after 14-hour day. It is, to me, just like the time commitment is crazy. It's not even that I have better things going on. It's just that, like, I can't sit there for that long. I like to put in like 4 or 5 hour cash game sessions, and that's it. Get out of there. If the game's not good, change tables or move casinos. Not something you have an option to do in a 14-hour tournament. You're stuck in the seat they give you, and that's that. But there's a tournament series coming up next week, actually, at the Golden Nugget of all places downtown, and they're low buy-ins. And I'm like, I haven't played tournaments in like 3 years. Maybe I'll go dabble in some of those low buy-in stuff. I'm sure the caliber of player is going to be pretty low, which is what I'm looking for. I don't want to play with killers. I want to play with lambs if possible. Too much sitting, yeah, I know. The last tournament I went really deep in was like, it has to be 5-6 years ago at this point. And it was just a one-day nightly tournament that goes on at the Orleans. But they get a lot of runners. I finished like 6th or something. I was in that tournament for from 7 p.m. until almost 5 a.m. And I still had 5 players to go to actually win the thing. So would have been well past like 6, 7 a.m. if I went all the way. Just like don't have it in me. Got to get into turbos. Turbos tournaments only, right? Back in the days of Poker Stars, you play 180-man turbos. You're in and out of that thing in 2 hours. All right, here we go. Let's look at the second box. All right, here comes something. It is the home run special. It is still the regular base version of it. Chugging along, guys. Chugging along. Hammer and Hank. And here it is, guys. Little pinstripe action on this one. Garrett Cole Clubhouse Collection relic for the old Yankees. Jared P. is the owner of the Yankees in this one. So 2 relics in back-to-back boxes, which is common. That's the usual in this stuff. Yankees getting that one. So congrats to the Yankees owner, Jared. So Kathy's my dedicated sorter, and she's out there already working on the batch of stuff that went off last night. So that's what she was coming in here for, trying to get some supplies, top loaders and all that good stuff. So already being worked on. A lot of cards. 7 breaks over the last, well, if that one goes off, that'll be 7 breaks that went off in 2 nights from here. Decent amount of cards with all the heritage. All right, here comes the second side. Guys, if you're hanging out, if you popped in, say hello in the chat. Let us know who's out there. It's myself and Matt right now. I'm sure there's some lurkers. Exactly. So exactly what happens, Matt. She loves it. I mean, she doesn't love it, but she doesn't hate it. After all the years of doing it, I just kind of like lost my zest to do the sorting and packaging. And she's like, I'll do it. I'm like, please do it. She's been doing it for several years now. All right, there's a Chrome card. It is a Braves Chrome card. We'll see it in a second here. I still put the postage on them, so at least there's that. She gets them sorted and puts them in the envelopes. I do the postage. All right, here's the Chrome card. It is Atlanta on the board for Jared P. And it's a Jared Schuster Chrome card. Numbering is 374 on that one. Don't let Jason fool you, though. He's got a dedicated sorter as well. So he often talks about sorting them, but he's got a guy that he passes them off to. I see a backward-facing card. Is it another home run? It is not. It is a Nolan Arenado. It doesn't have any indication over the top of the Topps logo that it's a variation of any kind. Black border? Yes, it is. Black border. Black border of Arenado for the Cardinals. Cardinals going to James D. And I think we established last night that the black borders are to 50. They're just not indicated with a number stamp, right? All right, that'll do it for box number 2. Chugging along, fellas. All right, here comes box 3. To 50, yep. I'm remembering. Usually I need Joe W. to remind me of all this stuff. All right, here comes our puzzle box topper. Dodgers with the Clayton Kershaw. Dodgers going to Chad B. Chad B gets a puzzle box topper of Kershaw. Oh, I stayed pretty clear away from it. I was down on the strip a couple times just before the F1 all started, but man, oh man, that was just like a cluster. Now I see some news stories coming out that's saying like Vegas did the best it's done in like the second best take it's ever had during the F1 time, so I doubt they're giving that up anytime soon if that's true. So they signed a tentative, I think a tentative 10-year contract. There he is. Joe is here. What's going on, Joe? So we could expect that craziness for the next 9 years at least. I'm sure more. But it really messed a lot of people up. I was talking to one guy here at the South Point Poker Room. He said his, or no, it was a woman. She said her husband is a dealer at the Venetian Poker Room. And it was taking him 90 extra minutes in the morning to get over to work because of all the construction and stuff that was going on prior to the F1 starting. So I feel for those folks that are stuck having to get there every day for work. Really quite killer. Guys, let's get this last one sold out. Who's going to pick up that final team? 30% off is in effect on that. I really want to see that one go today. SBB 30 off. We'll take 30% off that last spot. That's all I've got. That's literally the last break that I have on my shelf that I could do. We're clearing out the stock to make way for new stuff. Joe picked up one of those teams a little while ago, bringing it down to 1. It was at 2 to start the day, so thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate that. I think they might even still have some of the scaffolding and all that kind of stuff, like the grandstands that they built all along the strip. Like, I think they maybe just finally got that cleared out within the last couple of days or like last week. So it's like, it took a while. All right, here goes. What do we got? Stanton 2022 All-Star Game. Nothing yet, fellas. Let's find a real one auto, shall we? I think we could do it. We're into box number 3. Should be coming up on one soon. And just as I said it, here it is. Cal Stevenson is going to be the real one auto. ROA. How about some Oakland action here? Oakland A is going to Robert T. Little Cal Stevenson rookie auto coming your way. Congratulations to Robert. Very nice. So we're 2 for 1 so far. 2 relics, 1 auto across 3 boxes. Plus this box had the puzzle too. Just kind of a bonus. All right, that'll do it for that stack. Next side, let's find some variations now, since we already found the hit. I think Johnny Chan, the former World Series of Poker main event winner, Johnny Chan, he was running a room in Texas for a while. And I think that room shut down with some kind of scandal where they didn't have the full player bank to make the players whole again. Like somebody scooped up some money or something. I don't know. I remember this was like maybe 2 years ago. I'm probably totally crushing the facts of that story, but it was something along those lines. It's open again. Yeah, it was called like something like 88 Social or something like that. Or all right, what do we got here? We got an image variation, boys. How about an image variation? Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez, Baltimore. Image variation for Michael F. Michael F. Grayson Rodriguez. Did it open under the same name, Matt, or did it open? I thought it maybe opened under a different name with like different ownership, different management kind of thing. Pretty good box. We got the puzzle, we got the auto, and got the image variation. How about a Doval? What do we got? Chrome card to $9.99. And that, my friends, is going to do it for box 3. And here comes the next box. Box topper, a little Bert Blyleven. I mean, they have a lot of the same guys on these toppers, don't they? We pulled at least 2 Berts last night. I think back-to-back boxes even. And there he is, Minnesota. Shuffle 512, Shuffle 512. Interesting. It's an interesting market, you know? I know they're kind of getting away with a loophole to even have those rooms. Every couple months I see there's like somebody trying to like put the screws to those poker rooms and get them regulated and stuff, and then they continue to operate. Ah, okay. That makes sense. The Austin area code is 512. Oh, we got the hot box here, guys. There's the purples. Hot box upon us. Hospitality fee every hour. Is that how they work it? That's how they get through the loophole. I watch a bunch of guys on YouTube, of course, in the poker space, and the one guy I watched is from like the Nashville / like Franklin, Tennessee area down there, and he and another dude, maybe like a year ago at this point, opened up a poker room down there similar, and I'm guessing they're probably doing the same type of loopholes down there. I don't know how they're doing or not doing, but... Oh, looks like our Chrome update's sold out, guys. Whoever picked up that last team, thanks a bunch. Which one? The Shuffle 512 doesn't have many easy spots. I mean, a lot of guys that are playing in these Texas poker rooms now, you know, there's gobs of money. Even the 1-2 or 1-3 games are like playing like 5-10. You know, so those games play real big from what I've seen for low-limit games. Tony, what's happening, bud? Tony K in the house. Even in Vegas, it's such a tight game these days. Very tight game. Even the people that aren't that proficient at playing know enough to at least play tight. Like, you almost have to pick and choose the days you go out to play when you live here in Vegas. If you want any form of action, like, forget it. You go out on a Tuesday night or something, you go to the Wynn. It's just all regulars. It's all locals. You know, you almost have to wait until Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and really pick and choose your battles on that if you want, like, a good action game. All right, here we go, guys. Hot box upon us. All of the Chrome cards, including the purples, I'll sleeve up, or Kathy will sleeve up. Jacob deGrom, first one. And here is our hit right off the rip here. Padres with the Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove, San Diego on the board for James D. James D. Musgrove is the hit. And then a Bryce Turang purple chrome right behind it for Milwaukee. Toronto with a Jordan Romano. Love his cheese. Oh, all the humor. What do we got? Brito for the Yankees, purple. Home run special. Maris and Judge wasn't flipped on this one. That's interesting. So it wasn't flipped in the hot box, but is in the non-hot boxes. Andrew McCutchen is our purple there. Don't get me wrong. You can still find a lot of tourist action in these games. You just have to be a little more selective and on your days. Bobby Miller for the Dodgers. We got a Sosa White Sox purple chrome. Here comes a black border chrome coming up, so that must be our standard chrome that would have been in the box. It is Michael Busch for the Dodgers. That's going to be numbering to 74 on the black border chromes. And again, Dodgers is... Who's got the Dodgers in this one? Dodgers is Chad B. Braves with another one on the purples. Brian Anderson, Brewers. Alex Cobb, purple. Zach Greinke, Kansas City, purple. Carlos Correa, Twins, purple. All right, that's one side. Next up, what do we got? Brian Rocchio, Cleveland, purple. McClanahan, Tampa Bay on the purples. We got like a Kyle Isbell for Kansas City, purple. Anthony Rendon, Angels purple. Weimer, Milwaukee purple. Brent Rooker, Oakland purple. Valdez, Red Sox purple. David Bednar, Pirates purple. What do we got? Eduardo. It's not Eduardo. Edo Uard. I don't even know how to say that first name. Julian for the Twins, Minnesota, with a purple. Newman, Kevin Newman, purple. What do we got? Kyle Higashioka. Let's try. Higashioka. Maybe. Yankees, purple. We might have gotten that one. What do we got? Fujinami, Baltimore Orioles, purple. And that looks like it's the last one. Hot box is complete. All right, next box. We're going to be doing the Breaker's Delight next. I tried, Matt. I tried. I did my best. All right, how about another 1974 card? That's pretty good. 2 1974 cards. Grant Jackson, Baltimore on this one. This one goes to Michael F. Good stuff. 2 of them on the toppers. It's not often you see that. You usually see like 1. All right, there's the whole thing. All right, there's one. All right, second one right there. And let's start with this stack. Nothing yet. Let's see an auto. Nothing yet, but here comes our Chrome card. It's a Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Dodgers getting called out a fair bit here. Chad on the ownership of those Dodgers again. 248 of 999. All right, nothing in that side, so the hit's got to fall on the other side. We'll see that in a minute. I was asking you guys last night. Nobody really chimed in and said much, but what are you guys up to for the New Year's weekend, New Year's holiday? Anything exciting? Kathy's now got, she's under the weather, so I don't think we'll be doing anything. Not that we would anyway. We're not big New Year's Eve folks. And there it is, guys. I might as well just pull it up into view right now. How about them Padres? Well, Sean, Kathy's nephew, I guess my nephew as soon as we're married, but he had the Padres in break number 3. Now break number 4 is producing 2 hits for the Padres. He's going to be sad. So Padres recipient with the Xander bat relic. Padres going to James D. James D getting it. Congrats. 2 hits for Padres thus far. Although he did get a box topper puzzle for the Padres and some chrome cards last night, but no relics, no autos. Jeremy Pena. Smoking green at home and not driving during amateur hour. Joe, that is the best plan I've heard. That is the best plan I've heard yet. Here comes a backward card. Is it a home run? It is a home run. Is it black border? It is not a black border. All right, guys, that's going to do it for that one. We're coming up. Once we get through the next box, we'll be halfway there, as the poet Bon Jovi once told us. All right, here we go. Next box. Let's get do the same thing. Break these down to 3 and 3 so they're all in view. And there is a Fujinami for the A's is our box topper. It's got the cut edge on it, that style. First one of those in this case we're doing. With the facsimile auto, if you will. All right. Empty and empty. Smoking the green. Let's see. I want to check something out. Tony K was the pickup on that Washington National spot. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's keep going. I was just curious to see who closed it out. Dog duty and smoking up a brisket. That's also a good plan. Also a good plan. We're always on dog duty here with 3 of them now. Not like Dustin, though. Dustin last night telling us he's got 11 cats. Didn't he say 11 cats and 4 dogs? I mean, he said he does live on a farm, so a lot of them are outside animals, but that's a lot. We've got 3 dogs now and 2 cats. And that is a ton already. Last spot karma for Tony. I hope so, Tony. I hope so. I hope you pull something crazy. Last spot karma. So we put in a built-in barbecue island in our backyard about a little over a year ago. So we put like a really good drop-in style natural gas like barbecue grill, and then on the other side it's like an L-shaped island. On the other side we did a built-in 36-inch flat top. The setup's really good. I do wish we had a smoker though. I do wish we had a smoker. Leave something on there all day smoking. I mean overnight even. But we do not. We just have barbecue, and the flat top's pretty interesting though. You could whip up some good stuff on the flat top. And I guess they could always get a standalone smoker, but it gets a little busy back there. And here it is. It is Gleyber Torres Bat Relic Clubhouse Collection. Here's an interesting observation. Okay, no, I'm already out of the water. I was going to say, are all the relics in this product this year bat relics? Because it seems like most of them are, but that's completely out of the window with the Riley Green that we pulled earlier. So, but a good deal of the relics seem to be bat relics. Yankees on the board for Jared P. Jared P. getting that one. Congrats to Jared. At least what we've pulled from these cases, a good portion of them have been bat relics. All right, nothing in there. Let's find something cool on the other side. Image variation, black and white, something. Here we go. I see the Chrome card coming up here, guys. Chrome, Chrome, Chrome. Kevin Kelly for the Rays. That is our Chrome. That is the 374. So, Matt, you were saying your buddies are going to join you on Saturday. I'm assuming you mean Saturday when you roll into Vegas. You got a couple buddies rolling in, joining up with you? Nothing there. Let's find some backwards cards. Here comes a backwards card. Is it a legit one? It is, because there's some wording. Position? Is that what that says? It's a Trey Turner. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so what is the difference on these? So normally, what, they have the position up top and the name down bottom. Is this one like flip-flopped? Is that what that means? Is that the variation? Instead, they have the position and the name up top. Philadelphia Phil's recipient on that one, that is Robert T. Seems like that must make sense as to why that's a variation. Joe saying, yep, that is the way it goes with those positions. Staying Sunday to Sunday, boys are flying in Friday, so poker Saturday. That sounds fun. You guys going to do a tournament or just doing cash games? And that, my friends, puts us at the halfway mark. Here we go on the next one. And here's another one of those cut edge styles. What do we got here? Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker on that one for Houston. Houston, owned by Matt F. There you go. A little something, Matt. At least a box topper coming your way so far. Oh, Joe, I see what you did there. It is Vegas. I mean, no judgment. Who knows? All right, here we go on the next one. I've seen some stuff in this town, and I've seen even more stuff in this town when friends and acquaintances roll into town and get their party on. To be determined on the poker? Yeah, that's a good call. You don't like to set any plan in stone for Vegas. You like to keep it pretty fluid, right? I don't want to put anybody on blast, but ask Travis about his buddy Lance when Travis was out here last time. Travis, Lance, and Torian were out here at the same time. It was a fun time, man. More autos. That pack is weird. I don't think it's anything. I think it's just the way that it's like sealed shut, but it was weird how it was like lumpy. So if you're staying at Planet Hollywood, Matt, right across the street, of course, Planet Hollywood no longer has a poker room, which is really bad because it used to be a fun poker room in that place. But, across the street, of course, would be pretty close to across the street would be Bellagio and all those places. Fewer and fewer poker rooms in Vegas nowadays. When I moved here, 2017, I think there's like possibly 10 fewer rooms than there used to be from that time until now. Just goes to show people's interest in poker, peaked around 2008, 2009. And it is not what it once was, but still a fun game. Fun community too. But definitely had its peak post Moneymaker and all that. Thanks to the U.S. government, Department of Justice, shutting it down, shutting online poker down for the masses in the U.S. Roger Maris, Aaron Judge, do we got a black border? Nope. Every once in a while I get itchy to play online poker again. Like I could play online poker legally here in Nevada on WSOP.com. The player pool is so small though that it's just like the games are shit. Not even worth putting money in there and tying up money on that site. You're just better off going out and playing live. And then of course there's America's Card Room. The only poker room downtown is the Golden Nugget. That's literally the only poker room in all of downtown, which, ironically enough, about a month ago, a buddy of mine was in town, and we ended up down there. And I haven't played at the Nugget Poker Room in years. And we played that night, and here's the home run special, and it's the base. We played that night, and I was running crazy hot, and playing really well against the competition that was at that table. And absolutely crushed these poor guys. We were crushed drinking IPAs that night. Fun night, but let me tell you, it was, I felt it. I felt it for days afterward, and then I got really sick from some bug I caught from being out that night. There were two guys at the table that were literally involved in 100% of the hands. I was just waiting for a hand to pick up. It's a limped pot. I interrupt this story for this Charlie Blackman. We got a Clubhouse Collection relic. I think it's the first call-out for the Rockies here, too. That is Mr. Travis S. Charlie Blackman relic coming to Travis. I'm just waiting for a hand to get involved with these guys, and I pick up pocket deuces. And it's a limped pot, so I limp behind. I'm like, whatever, these guys aren't going to, nobody's going to squeeze here. And the flop comes deuce 5-5. So I flop a full house, although still a vulnerable hand. I mean, any card that pairs up in somebody else's hand, if they have a 5, now has you killed. And there's a sizable bet. Like, the guy leads out in like a $6 pot for like $50. So I'm like, if he's got something strong and he's betting 60 into like under $10 pot, so I raise him, right? I play it fast right off the rip, and I raise him to 200. Not one, but two guys go all in. And I call, and the deuces end up holding. So I stack two guys in one hand. The very same two guys, several hands later, I get involved with in a hand that's the three of us, and I stacked both of them a second time. It was a nice session. Turned out pretty good. But those two guys got crushed. And here is, what do we got? A Jared Kalenic for the Mariners. 274 on that one. Mariners Chrome. And that's going to do it for that box. But downtown's fun. Downtown has, the Circa Casino. If you haven't been to Vegas in a few years, the Circa Casino is brand new down there. And new, I mean like a couple years old. Big sports book operation in Circa. Fun place. Good restaurants. There's a good steakhouse. Barry's Prime is in there. Dansby is our topper this time around for the Cubbies, going to Salvador B. Oh, it's always fun when you make some hidden set on deuces or threes or something weird and nobody could ever put you on it. Limped pot, no less, which really throws everybody off. And that is empty. I was on fire. I think I had pocket queens like 3 times. I think I had pocket aces a couple times. I want to say I flopped at least 2 sets through there. Nugget's fun. Nugget's a good time. A lot of activity in that place all the time. There is poker there if you want it, Cheap drinks. In all of the Fremont downtown area, you can get much, much cheaper drinks. Like, you go get a beer. Like, if you're not playing and you actually have to pay for a beer, you walk up to a casino bar, freaking beer is like $15 to $20 now. It's like New York City prices have become the norm. So you just got to get your gamble on. Let the casino pay for them for you, right? But yeah, Nugget's a fun time. We did my 50th birthday was 2 years ago, and Kathy rented this like suite. I want to say was it called the Sky Suite or something? You could watch them on YouTube. There's video walkthroughs of these suites that they have at the Nugget, and they're not that expensive. They're 2-level suites with like a spiral staircase that leads from the downstairs to the upstairs, and you can get these suites for like, I don't know, $200 a night. Maybe something like that. I don't know how about now, considering that the prices of everything have gone insane, but all right, here we go. We're due for another auto, right? We're pulling more relics than autos now, so let's get back to the ink. Somebody's out there with a leaf blower. We're gonna hear it in here soon. And it is a home run special. It is the base variety. And here it is. How about a double? Well, Sean is going to be real sad. How about these Padres? A little double relic action here. Tatis and Soto. That's a nice one. Clubhouse Collection dual relic. Haven't seen one of those yet. That's pretty sweet. And it's hand numbered, fellas. 18 of 74 on that one. Really nice. Padres. James D on the ownership. Congrats, buddy. Nice hit. Hand numbered. Padres on fire. That is pretty cool. I usually don't get too excited about the relics in this stuff. They're just kind of whatever, but that one is that was something. Do you hear the leaf blower? It's literally like the guys on the side of the house over here. Trey Turner is the chrome card, Philadelphia to 274. And that'll do it for that stack. So our hit has been revealed. Let's see if we have any cool variations to go with it in here. Second side, here we go. So here's, speaking of Vegas, if you ever hear Travis and I talking about the South Point Casino's bathroom, I know some of you guys, I think Joe has seen this before, but I'm not sure if Matt has. So when Travis and his buddy Lance were out here, Travis and I went over to the South Point Casino, which is one of the locals casinos close to my house over here, and we stayed, I mean, it was a good 3 in the morning. We hung out there until we were, you know, a little tipsy, having a good time. We hit the restroom before we leave, and as we're leaving the restroom, we hear this loud thud, and I turn around and I see this. That's what Travis and I talk about all the time when we talk about the South Point. A guy was in the stall and literally just fell backwards, flat on his ass. I don't know if the guy lived, if he died. I don't know what happened there, but I couldn't help myself. I had to take a photo and document this moment. So every once in a while, you'll hear us talk about gotta go to the South Point Casino and the bathroom floor. And that's it. Only in Vegas you see such things. Oh, it was so good. Did the guy live? I want to know. I have no idea. He hit hard. He went down like full weight, full body weight, just slams the floor. I'm like, holy shit. There he is. There he Travis pops on cue. Good times, Travis. Good old South Point. And those jeans. What are those jeans? I don't know what those jeans are. I love it though. The best part of that photo is the South Point little like yellow cone that they put, you know, to be careful of like wet floors after they just mopped up, just to indicate and show us like for 100%. Oh yeah, that's South Point. Good times. All right, guys, down to 4 boxes. We're 2/3 of the way in. We got 1/3 left. Here it comes. Never forget. Hashtag South Point. And how about a Dansby? How about them Cubbies again? So if 1 Dansby wasn't enough, how about 2? 2 Dansby toppers. That is a what are those on the shoes. Logan Paul. Was it Logan Paul? Jake Paul? That was the famous what are those with the shoes. Is he making fun of like a security guard or something, or a cop? Empty box. Just enjoying a little pee at 2 a.m. and what the hell? A bag of concrete hits the floor at full velocity. I only hope on the next trip you come out that we see such fun. At South Point, it's jamming. That place any day of the week is packed. Quite the little thriving business they got going over there. They do a big thing for like the cowboy events with when the rodeo rolls into town every December. So I gotta get a pic of the dead guy. That's the first thing I thought of. It's like I gotta document this instantly. We did book a couple $100 win apiece on Ultimate that night, so it was like positive upon positive. We got some entertainment value. We got some money off them. Worked out great. Some free drinks off of the casino. And last pack. There it is. Let's go, yeah, let's go this side. And that picture will always remain in my software here, so I can just bring it up at will. Ooh, we got a mini. Is that a mini? Shane McClanahan. Are they considered mini? They're not really mini per se. They're like half size or something. Tampa Bay Rays, which goes to Jason W. Numbering on that is to 100. 62 of 100. It's true. Torian was nowhere to be found. Lance was in a questionable situation. And we were just having a grand old time. Where did Torian disappear to? Did he go back to his room? I can't even remember like where he was. The SBB hangover, it really was. All right, guys, guess what? We got a real one auto coming our way, and it's hand numbered to 74, fellas. 12 out of 74. Miles Mastrobiani? I don't know. Don't hate on the pronunciation here, fellas, but it is the Cubbies, and it's red ink. That's nice. Cubs again going to Salvador. So you got all these box toppers. Now you got the nicest auto of the bunch coming your way as well, bud. Congrats. Cubbies doing good. The drunk walk back from the Casino Royale. Yeah, I mean, he had a long walk down there, too. He was staying at, that was the one he was staying at the Stratosphere, right? So he had a long freaking walk. In a sketchy part of town, nonetheless, if he did walk back down there. Home run special, base version. Still waiting for something with color on the borders on that stuff. All right, one side is down. Yeah, that area is super, super sketch. Second side. Let's find more variation stuff going on here since we've already pulled. We pulled that mini and we pulled the auto so far. Can we see something else? You guys doing a long weekend with anybody that's hanging out in the chat right now, or are you guys pulling double duty while at work? A lot of folks probably took today off in some capacity to have a long weekend. Here comes the chrome. Chrome might be all we got left in this one. Alex Lang, Tigers. Chrome to $9.99. Just popped in, got to get back to work. Boo! You popped in at the perfect time. I'm showing the South Point picture right at the moment you pop in. That is some serious timing. Gonna do that short little break next, Trav. The Chrome Update Breakers Delight number 2. And that's gonna be all for me. Quick little 2-break session just to get them bulked into the same shipping batch. All right. Oh, I thought that was going to be something. It's just an Anthony Volpe with the rookie performers. It worked out good. Your radar was on point. All right, guys, that's it for that one. 3 boxes left. Guys, that's 3 so far. 3 of the buybacks here. 3 of the 74 cards. We got a Jim win for the Dodgers. That's pretty rare that we're getting multiples on those. Trav, have a good one, buddy. If I don't talk to you until next week, have a good New Year's and all that good stuff. Empty box right there, guys. Final 3 boxes. Brooks Robinson. Which one was that in, Joe? They all start blending after a while. All right, here we go. Let's go with the left stack this time. Start off on the left. Let's get some ink in here. I mean, we pulled that nice red ink, and we do not pull an ink. We pull a Nick Gordon Clubhouse Collection relic for the Twins. Twins. Who's got it? Minnesota Twins go to Robert T. Nick Gordon. There's like a natural bend going on in this card, which is kind of weird because they're usually not like that. There's a little bit of a bend right as it comes out of the pack. Interesting. But there you go. Congrats, congrats. The Chrome cards always have a bend. The regular cardboard stuff usually doesn't, but... Oh, the 2021? Very cool. of San Diego. All right, that's going to do it for that side. Let's see what we got on the other side. Bringing back the 74 design. So you have 2 hand-numbered cards in this one, which is pretty sweet. All right, backward-facing card. Is it home run? It is home run. Maris Judge. And it's the black border, guys. The elusive black border. We get one. We get one. So Yankees with a little something-something to 50 on this one. Going to Jared P. First one out of 2 cases that I've pulled which has the black border. I know you guys are telling me Jay pulled one out of his cases, but there we go, finally. The elusive black border. Chrome card, McCutcheon. Pirates. The home run special. Joe, you'd say you grade that one. You know what? If it's, might as well sleeve it up, right? Don't want to get anything going on with it. It is looking pretty good. Pretty crisp edges and stuff going on. McCutcheon is the Chrome card. Pirates going off to, who do we got? Jason W. Jason W. on the ownership. $9.99 on the McCutcheon. And that right there will do it. 2 boxes remain, fellas. 2 to go. All right, we are into our 3rd little base tote here. We use these little plastic totes to hold the base cards before we get around to doing the sorting. Breaking into base tote number 3, as Jay calls them, base buckets. They're actually Sterilite shoe containers, but they work perfect. They hold 6 rows of cards. And guess what, guys? Another buyback. That's crazy. Is that 4? Don Gullett for the Reds. Reds going to Dan B. You don't see, like you see maybe 1, maybe 2, but this is 4 of them. Very nice. Empty. I thought that said ROA. I had a look. Yeah, I have no idea, but you know, hey, a 1974 card is a 1974 card. Don Gullett. I'm going to say one thing about Don Gullett. He looks frightened. He looks like he's real scared or something as they're taking his photo. You know, I'm surprised over all the years we've been doing this, we never had any, like, you know, we might have actually, any retired professional players come in on these breaks. We had retired professional players come in on football. We had one guy, I can't remember his name, I'd have to look him up. First couple of years we started the operation, way back in 2014. I even remember his email. It was like old pro something. was his email address, which like, oh, I wonder if he was a pro. And as we were talking to him, he was. He was a former pro NFL player. Pitcher during the Big Red Machine. Ah, okay. Speaking of the Reds, I have another photo. I should bring that one up and set it. It's so Kathy's nephew plays Little League. He plays a couple sports and he plays Little League. And every once in a while I'll go to the games. And I was at one of the games last year, I think it was. Just, Little League field over here in Vegas. And people are like, oh, look over there. And there's a guy sitting there and I can't really make out. And who is it but, Charlie Hustle himself, Pete Rose, hanging out as a spectator at the Little League game. And sure enough, it was him. Pete Rose, hanging out, watching Little League. All right, let's do this thing. I see the Chrome card coming up pretty quick here. He probably did, Mark. He probably did. It's a McCutchen again. This time Chrome for the Pirates. We pulled the white border version of McCutchen a minute ago. Now we're pulling the standard Chrome to 374. Probably took the home team. I know you had a running gig out here at one of the sports memorabilia shops. It might have been the one either in Caesars or the one inside Mandalay Bay where he would sit and do signings like a couple times a week. And I think that was his job essentially. Sit there and do signings for a couple $100 a pop, once or twice a week. Some of the corners on these right out of the pack, dinged up. The one time you didn't buy them and now they're hitting all the Chrome cards, it's usually the way it goes. It's like I said, I bought Kathy's nephew into the Padres on the previous break, number 3. And now the Padres are getting smashed on this one in the first half. They did really well. All right, what do we got? We got a real one auto of Marte. Nice. Real one auto. Marte. How about them D-backs? D-backs going to Dwayne J. Dwayne was all over this stuff yesterday. Haven't called his name out yet, but he's getting one here. Marte. Auto. Arizona. That's probably right, Mark, right? These things need to look official. Smash these cards up, intern. All right, backward card. Is it anything? It's a home run. Do we have any colored borders? We don't. All right, that does it for that side. Stack number 2. I couldn't have timed that any better, showing that picture, and then Travis just chimes in. That was great. Used to be bad, like an 8-year-old signed it. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking auto right there. That looks nice. Not like a scribble like a lot of them are nowadays. But it's gotten better. That's actually pretty rare, right? They usually only get worse as these guys are in the league for longer periods of time. Becomes the scribble. And then as they get older and they're retired and they're signing them, then their autos become pristine. Then they're like beautiful autos. Anything, anything. Maybe not. We might be looking into the last box here for our next something. And that's exactly what we're doing. All right, guys, last box coming up. Like Griffey. All right, guys, last box. Can we pull a banger? Let's pull a 1 of 1 something in here. Come on. I haven't seen a 1 of 1. I was joking around the other day when Jason was doing breaks. He pulled a 1 of 1 something, and I said, I haven't seen a 1 of 1 since the Nixon administration here in Vegas. O'Neal Cruz about them Pirates, Mark. Or is not Mark. Was it Joe? Joe talking about the Pirates? Well, here's a little more Pirate love. Pirates going off to Jason W. There it is, and that's empty. Randy Johnson is another one. His auto got better over time. I apologize. You know, if I had any say in what they load these cases up with, I'd always make sure you guys are getting smashed. In the early days of doing this stuff, like I'll tell you, man, there's a black chrome right there. Jason and I used to read the riot act from some of these breakers that were like, I think they were just new to the whole scene. They didn't really understand it. They thought somehow, some way, we're like ripping them off or whatever. Which, man, you know, you try to explain to those guys like all those years ago, we have no control over what they're shipping us in this stuff. But there was so many guys back then that just had this idea that you're somehow effing them over by their $150 team not getting anything. It's like, it's the nature, unfortunately, the nature of what it is. But I know you guys get it, but 9-10 years ago, they did not get it. Especially when we were selling stuff on eBay. Those mother effers would, they'd put in chargebacks. You know, they'd put in like dispute requests if they didn't get hit. And eBay would side with the customer quite often. It was pretty sad. Oh, exactly, right, exactly. It's like playing the stock market, like playing the crypto game. Crypto, up a used car, down a used car today. Who knows? But yeah, in the early days of doing these breaks, there was a lot of misunderstanding of what it really was to a lot of people. You know, they thought there were guarantees or something. A lot of nonsense. All right, fellas, last box. Let's make it a good one. Let's make it a good one. Here we go. Let's at least see ink, right? And again, they got to make them look 74, so they ding up another corner. Well, there it is, guys. There it is. It is not an auto. It's going to be a relic. We'll see it in a minute. Maybe we'll see some kind of cool variations along with it. And it is going to be Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays going Austin L. There you go. Austin, new breaker with us. Clubhouse Collection relic of Jose Barrios. Clubhouse Collection relic for the Blue Jays. Congrats to Austin. I see a backward facing card. Is it a home run or is it a legit one? It is a home run. Is it black border? It is not black border. How many autos? I think either 3 or 4. I'll take a look here in a minute, but... All right, that's one stack. I think it looks like another black chrome maybe in the second side, so we'll see that in a minute. But Mark was asking how many. So there's one auto. 2 autos with the red ink nonetheless. 3 autos. And it was only 3. Yeah, it was only 3 in this one, which is pretty standard. I think last night's case had 4. All right, here we go. Last stack. All right, here comes the black chrome. Oscar Colas for the White Sox going to James D. I think these are numbered to 74 if I'm not mistaken, right? They are. 72 out of 74 on the numbering. Pretty nice. Black border chrome. And this is the last of it, fellas. Here we go. Anything other than what we've already seen on the value side. Looks like it might be all base for the remainder, and it is. JD Martinez, and what do we got? Taylor Motter, St. Louis Cardinals. So that's going to be it for, yeah, color match on that too, which is pretty cool. Didn't even take notice, but yeah. With the White Sox black coloring there. Very cool. But that is all she wrote, guys. We'll get these shipped out of the next batch, which leaves Vegas, which is going to include 7 breaks, which includes 1 of these in addition to this one. So a couple Heritage high numbers in there. A lot of cards to get through. Give us a little bit of time. You'll start seeing tracking hit your inbox probably early part to middle part of next week on these. So thanks again, folks. Do appreciate it.